our broken hearts redeemed in His mercy. We are made whole. Christ set you free. New beginnings now we see. Living waters overflow our soul.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello, sir.
Yes, you are live on air.
Right. Hello, Christian Prince. I spoke to you a couple of days before, and I'm really dying to ask you another question. If you could possibly be so kind to answer it.
Sure, go ahead.
Right. There's a hadith, an authentic hadith where Omar supposedly says that much of the Qur'an has been lost. You probably know that hadith. And the Muslim response to this is that he meant much of the Qur'an has been abrogated. Can I ask, what is the correct interpretation? Is it one has been abrogated, or did Omar believe a lot of the Qur'an has been lost?
You see, the Muslim lies is very funny, because Omar, he did not say anything about abrogation. Omar, he count how many letters the Quran was, and then he count that the Quran was 1,027,000 letter. So as long the Quran was 1,000, which mean 1,027,000, that is the number of letters. We cannot change the letters numbers. And now the Quran today does not even have a third of the Quran, which Omar he mentioned. According to Muslims now, actually, I think they say that the Quran today is like 270,000 letters.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah. So if we say 1,027,000 minus 270,000, I mean, this is almost 70% of the Quran is gone. You know,
so 2/3 of the Quran.
Yeah. So
lost.
How it can be abrogated? 70% of the Quran abrogated, and if it's abrogated, it's gone. You know why? I mean, that's mean from every verse of the Quran, there's 2 verses are gone.
Right.
You know,
it's just I watched a video. You know that retarded Salafi Muslim Akil Onke. He made a video about this, and he said that this is talking about the abrogated verses, and this is not to talk about the actual Quran, which is not being abrogated. And I don't know what he's saying, if it's truthful or not. So I decided to call in and ask you.
You see, I mean, what you expect, but if you read it carefully, the hadith is very clear that there is there is verses in the Quran. Actually, even the Quran says that the Quran is corrupt. You see, when the Quran here, as an example, says that Allah will make the Muslims forget the Quran.
Right.
This is the verse in front of us. It says, وَمَا نَنْسَخُ مِنْ آيَةٍ أَوْ نُنْسِهَا نَأْتِي بِخَيْرٍ مِنْهَا أَوْ مِثْلِهَا. So Allah in the Quran supposedly saying it clearly that Allah, he will make the Muslims forget Quran. Okay, so is that abrogation? Abrogation is not forgetting the Quran. It's just a changing the rules. You don't forget it. You know, like the law changed, no problem. But why would not forget the law if it is written and preserved in the chest of the believers, as they say? As you see in the front of you here, it's the Quran confirming that Allah will cause the Muslims to forget the Quran. So, and this is the Muslim translation, not my translation, verse 106 in the Quran. So if it is saying there that Allah will make the Quran, cause the Quran to be forgotten, who is this idiot to say we never forget the Quran?
Right. Okay.
You know, because if the Muslim did not forget the Quran, it means this verse is a lie.
Right.
You know,
okay.
It doesn't say. You see here. It's speaking about 2 things. We abrogate, or you see, or
Right.
or caused to be forgotten, which means those are two different things. It's not the same.
Yes.
So
Right. Okay.
the verse speaking about something very clear. There's abrogation or. So abrogation is not forgetting. And who is the one is going to cause the Muslims to forget the Quran? Allah.
Allah himself.
Yeah. So how they say to us the Quran was preserved? Same time, as long he said that we have abrogated verses, and this is what Omar he mean. Okay, show us the 70% abrogated verses.
Right. So they should have their collection. Right. These were the 70% of the Quran that was later
Yeah, we're abrogated because the
30%.
Quran today actually have a lot of abrogated verses still in the Quran. They are still
Why
there.
don't Muslims remove
Why?
that as
Yeah,
well?
why you don't take all of them then? If you want to take some and you leave some,
Wow.
doesn't make sense. And here the verse here in front of us, Muhammad he made it for a very simple reason. You know, because he keep forgetting Quran. So
Right.
and he cannot repeat the same verse twice, so he have to give himself an excuse why he is claiming to be a prophet, but yet he cannot repeat the same verse twice correctly. So he said, okay, well, Allah caused me to forget Quran, but don't worry, be happy, Allah will make Quran better than the Quran or similar. You know, similar. I mean, this is funny and stupid. Imagine I say to you guys, burn my book, The Deception of Allah, and then because I'm going to print similar book, I mean, so why we buy it, we spend money to get it, and now you are telling us burn it because you want to make similar? It's similar, which means it's the same. So why you wanna cause them to forget it if it's the same? And then he continues saying something more stupid. He says, or something better. Allah wanna make better Quran than the Quran? What happened?
So the original Quran wasn't perfect. It was
wasn't good
almost
enough.
perfect.
Yeah, the coming Quran, don't worry, is going to be better. Allah will go to school and he will study better Arabic grammar, and he will he will upgrade his language, and the coming Quran, I promise you, is going to be better. Doesn't make sense.
Okay.
You know,
Right.
Muhammad he made this verse just to cover his ass because he cannot repeat the same thing. He keep making mistakes. He keep saying stupid things, and then the people start laughing at him. Why this guy? He cannot say the same. He says something in the morning. He says something afternoon. So which one is correct? So he have to come, and then he come with the excuse saying that Allah he sent him the Quran in 7 letters. So Allah he sent 7 better Qurans.
Right.
And we are there.
And also, isn't there a hadith which says that Allah has the written form of the Quran next to him? So if he has the written form of the Quran next to him, which Quran is it? Is it the Warsh Quran? Is it the Al-Duri Quran? Is it the Hafs Quran?
Well, even the Quran mentioned that supposedly Allah he have a preserved tablet. It says here in chapter.
Is it the written form of it? The written form.
Yeah, chapter 85, verse number 22. It says that
Right.
Allah he reserved his book in a board, in a board.
Right.
And so according to the report of Muhammad, the board is preserved between the eyes of an angel. His name is Israfil, and the distance between his eyebrows. The distance between his eyebrows is the same distance between heaven and earth. This is how big the board is. And Allah he wrote all things there, and that is the Quran supposedly. And then we ask ourselves, when the abrogation happened, is it abrogated too in the preserved board?
Right. Okay.
Did Allah cause the preserved board to forget the Quran which he made the Quran? It's a stupid excuse Muslim try to come with. And when the Muslim they say to us as an example, the Quran is a preserved. We have the Quran, preserved Quran. Okay, hold on. The Quran you have today, it says, if we open the book, it says, this book is written according to Hafs. Hafs was a person exist more than 200 years after Muhammad. So how you say to me the Quran is preserved, but yet 200 years after Muhammad you don't have a book yet? All what you have is according to a guy, the Muslim, they call him a liar. Hafs, according to Muslims, he was accused to be a fraud, a thief, a person who copy from other people's books, a person who fabricate hadith. So how the person who you carry the Quran from is accused by you to be a liar? So
But do the Muslims not say it's Hafs and Asim, meaning Asim was the first person?
no,
in the
Asim
narration,
is his stepfather. Asim is his stepfather, but Asim too is accused to be a liar. You know, so the father is a fraud, and the son is a fraud, and then we have the Quran is coming from two fraud people. Hafs, he learned the Quran from his father, stepfather. All right,
right? Okay.
and but Asim is the same. He was accused that he fabricate hadith, which means he's a liar. So now we have Hafs is the last name to mention in that book they have, and then his stepfather Asim, both are accused to be fabricators. So how the Muslims they can guarantee that this is a book they preserve they are talking about? Same time, where we can find the book of Hafs anyway? There is no book. It's called Book of Hafs. There is something. It's called the Recitation of Hafs.
Right.
The book of Hafs never written by Hafs. There is no book written by Hafs. You know what I mean?
Right.
They don't even have a book coming from this guy who is supposedly the one the Muslims accuse him to be a liar, who his name is Hafs.
Right.
So the same as Al-Bukhari actually. There's no book. It's called Al-Bukhari. Where we can find the original book of Al-Bukhari can't be found. Where we can find the book of Sahih Muslim can't be found.
Christian Prince, when's the earliest manuscript of Sahih Bukhari?
No, there's no,
Like the
there's
earliest
no, there's
written
no,
manuscript.
nobody knows actually. Everybody give you different answer, but I believe maybe like maybe 500, 600 years after Muhammad, if it exists. I don't know. There's no
So
confirmation.
Bukhari was compiled approximately 200 years after Muhammad, and then the earliest manuscript we have of Bukhari comes 600 years after Muhammad.
No, there's not until now. Nobody can find anything from Al-Bukhari. There's nothing. There's a collection written by people claiming that this is from Al-Bukhari.
Right.
You know what I mean? And nobody knows who is the first one who wrote those. There's no really proofs of anything, you know. But
Right.
yet the Bukhari supposedly is a second book for them after the Quran.
Right.
You
Okay.
know?
Okay. Another question I've got for you, if you don't mind. You know, the Quran teaches that the Torah was the revelation given to the Prophet Musa, and the Injil was a revelation given to the Prophet Isa. And the Quran also mistakens the scriptures which the Christians and Jews possessed in the time of Muhammad as the Torah and the Injil. Because Muhammad, you know, was, the Muslims claim he was an illiterate man. Is it because he was too stupid? Because the Injil, which the Christians possessed in the time of Muhammad, had, for example, the epistles of Paul. Now, Paul, obviously, the writings of Paul wasn't written by Jesus. So is it because Muhammad was stupid and he thought that the writings that the Christians possessed in the time of Muhammad was the Injil, which in fact contains the letters of Paul, which contradict the Quran, where it says the revelation was given to Jesus? If you know what I mean.
You see, Muhammad, as an example, just to show you how Muhammad is beyond the word stupidity. As an example,
Right.
Muhammad, he said that there is no messenger between me and between Isa.
Right.
Right? Now, if you read with me in the screen, if you look with me in the screen, as long as you mention Paul, chapter 36, verse number 14, it says that there is a 3 messengers was sent. 2 of them, they were sent to the city of Antakya, and then The third one, which is the most strong one, was sent to support them. That is Paul, according to Ibn Kathir and other interpretation.
Is that Bulus?
Bolos, yes. Now,
Right, Bulus.
but here we have a problem. If Muhammad, he said in the hadith, and this is a correct hadith, that there's no messenger between him and Isa. So who are those three? who came after Isa? So now you see how the Injil, the word Injil, is coming to exist, because if the word Injil it's a book given to Isa, then as you said, how the letters of Paul exist there, and why those three messengers are located there in between Muhammad and Isa. But Muhammad, he confirmed that there is no messengers between him and Isa. So Muhammad is the same as like a stupid idiot. The more he talk, the more he do poo-poo. Do
you ever get the sense he's just making shit up as he goes along?
Yeah, whatever. You see, like there is a. I remember there's a like an Arabic series. A guy, he wanna go and get married, and the tradition in the Middle East, you go with your parents. You don't go by yourself to ask for the hand of the girl. So his father, his mother, he keeps saying to him, "Don't talk, okay? Don't talk, don't talk." Because if he talk, they will notice that he's stupid, and they will refuse to give him the. And this is exactly the story of Muhammad. Muhammad is a prophet. Muhammad is a prophet, and he cannot stop talking. And the more he talk, the more he do poo-poo. So when Muhammad, he said that there's nothing between me and between Isa, he made a big poo-poo, exposing himself, because even in his Quran, this is not hadith now. This is not hadith, this is Quran. The Quran is saying that there is three other prophet messengers, and those are prophets of God too, because they prophesy, they made miracles, they and then the interpretation confirmed that those people, they were the messenger of Jesus, and they are
Right.
prophesying about Jesus. So here you will see Muhammad, he said.
Right. Okay. Another question. How did Muhammad teach his followers to live in the Dar al-Kufr?
Say again?
How are Muslims to conduct themselves in the land of the Kufr according to Muhammad?
Well, there's the Muslims always, they have different answers for this. Like Muhammad, he said, if the one act like the same as the kuffar, he is one of them. But in the same time, he gave them the option to practice taqiyya, right? So it depends what the Muslims, they want to do. If a Muslim is in the stage of being strong, like they are big in numbers in the society, then they do not need to practice taqiyya. They go and they do whatever. Or if the society is stupid, like what we see in Europe, a Muslim, he will stand in the middle of the street, says, "I want to kill you all, I want to do jihad on you," and nobody arrests him, because this is Europe. You can say whatever you want. So depend where he is. If he is in America, then the Muslim will practice taqiyya. If he is in
So
Germany,
like say, oh, Islam is peaceful, we
Yeah.
have to abide by the
in
law
America,
of the land.
in America, they cannot stand in the street and say, "We want to kill you all, we want to do jihad." The American, they will shoot him dead after 2 minutes, But in Europe, you can say that, you can go. I saw a Muslim jumping in a statue in Rome, and he is trying to break it, and the stupid Italian, they are just watching, nobody care, So depend where are they, if they notice that the society here, they compromise and they are very much tolerance, the Muslim, he do not need to practice taqiyya. But if you notice that the society is tough, very well, armed, or they are aggressive, then the Muslim, he start playing peaceful, nice. He's the cat of the society. If he see you, he will carry your back. He will ask you to cut your grass, But in different place, he have a police to walk in the street to force Sharia law, So depend where are they.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you very much, Christian Prince. I watched your video on with your debate with Akil Onka about chapter 69, verse 32 of the Quran. and I was just laughing so much. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. Anyways, God bless you. Honestly, in this day and age, we need a million people like you.
I wasn't debating this guy. This guy, he was too much terrified. This is why he asked for a topic, and he asked for like terms. He put a lot of terms because he was afraid what would happen. So he wanted like 1 hour here, 1 hour there. And when I start asking him, it's my time, he start refusing to answer. So it was just to spank him. This guy, he kept talking that he want to debate me, but he never come. So I said, okay, come, and we will do it the way you want. Just come, But he is just a kid. He do not know even how to read. He have like 50 people trying to help him to answer. This is why actually he was confused in answering. But I find the most funny things he said in that spanking when I asked him about the black dog.
Right.
A black person, he agreed that the black dog is the devil. I mean, how disgusting and stupid it is, how perverted you are to say and to accept such a thing. Imagine if Jesus is the one who said the black dog is the devil, what the Muslims will say. But because it's Muhammad, they go blind, and suddenly he is not racist. Well, thank you, my friend, for calling, and I appreciate your call.
Okay. If I ever need question answers, I'll ring you again.
Sure, no problem.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Bye.
you, my friend. Bye-bye. As you see in the front of you, it says, Muhammad, he said, I heard Allah's apostle saying, I am the nearest people to the son of Mary, and all the prophets are paternal brothers, and there has been no prophet between me and him. Any Muslim can explain? Is that true? There is no prophet between Muhammad and Isa according to Islam? Anyone? So who are those sent by Allah? What about Yahya? When was the time of Yahya? Which means John the Baptist. Yes, Nightmare, what do you want to say? Go ahead, Nightmare.
Yeah.
What do you want to say?
About the prophet. Those what you mentioned, they were about Jesus. Yes, there was no prophet between Muhammad and Isa.
Really?
If you said they were, which one? Mention me those prophets.
Well, here we go.
They existed.
Okay, those three messengers are what?
Mursalun, somebody who bring mail.
Oh, they are bringing mail, but the Quran says
is not somebody who he's bringing me. For example, if I send somebody, I give him a mail and told him, okay, you take this mail to somebody. In Arabic, it's called mursal.
So they are, but they are sent by who? They are sent by who? Those sending mail. Who is the one?
What the scholar are saying? Did you see the interpretation?
Don't tell me. I'm asking you. Don't tell me scholars now. Don't go play the game with the scholars.
No. What the scholars? Because you don't.
No. Don't. My friend. Don't tell me the scholars. I'm asking you. You are the Muslim. You are the Muslim. Give me the answer. Who?
Okay.
What the mail they deliver? What the mail they deliver? You said they are delivering mail, right? The mail is coming from who and what the mail?
If it's come, they say they were working for Jesus. Probably Jesus he gave them a message. That's what it says.
So they are messengers of Jesus.
Yeah, the mail bringer of Jesus.
So
probably he sent them.
Okay,
he said,
guys, did you hear this? Did you hear Mr. Nightmare? He just said that those three messengers are the messengers of Jesus. You heard it? All right. So they are the messengers of Jesus. Why Jesus have messengers?
I can have messengers. King have messengers. They have something to
No,
bring
no,
mail. That's
no,
what he
no,
says.
no, no, no.
No.
Those
That's the same thing.
messengers,
In Arabic, that's what he
those
says. In Arabic,
messengers,
you don't know
no, no,
Arabic.
no, no, no.
Because
Those
please finish my
messengers,
elementary school.
those messengers, they did,
Yeah, the message.
Abdul, those messengers, did they do miracles?
According to the Islam, I don't see, never mentioned in Islam that these measures make miracles. For us, Jesus made miracles. That's it.
No. Are you sure? They did not have miracles.
Sure.
They did not have miracles. Are you sure?
And the Quran say that? Quran say that?
Don't ask me. The Quran says that. I'm asking you. Does it say anywhere in your Islamic books that those people they have miracles? Yes or no?
No, I know. Not what I know. Not
Nothing,
what I know of.
nothing you know. So
No, not what I know of.
okay, but the Quran it says is arsalna ilayhum ithnain. The one is talking there saying as and when we sent to them two. Who is the one is saying we sent to them? Is that Jesus saying that?
It says "Arsalna ilayhim." Maybe Jesus is doing something on the behalf of God.
No, I'm asking you now.
No.
It says
No,
there.
because-
I'm asking you, please, Nightmare. Let us speak as an adult. We don't want to scream and shout. It says, and when we sent to them two, and they accused him of lying.
Okay,
who is the one is saying that?
Why don't you go? Why don't you go and see what the
No
what
problem.
Islam
I'm
has
asking
to
you
say about
before you call me. Why you did not go and say? See, you call me to speak
Yeah,
about it.
yeah,
Nightmare. Hold on. I mean, I didn't know how stupid you are. I'm trying to speak to you in respect. Why you did not go and see what it says before you call me? You call me to speak about it specifically. It's mean you are ready. So now, I'm asking you, Mr. Ready. Who is the one saying we send them? Is that Jesus or Allah?
This is the word of Allah. Maybe.
Thank you. So who is the one who sent them? So who is the one who sent them? So who is the one who sent them? You said Jesus sent them. You said Jesus, but the Quran saying now that it is God who sent them.
Yeah, but Jesus was doing something on the behalf of God. That's what this is my interpretation. You know, because
can a prophet of God send the messengers?
Of course he can, but the message with the message. If for example, because Muhammad he said.
Okay,
also,
let me ask you. Muhammad he sent. Okay, Muhammad he sent them. Okay, hold on. How come the Quran then did not mention their story? If Muhammad he sent messengers, those are not normal messengers to kings. Those are messengers from God.
Which one? That the one that Muhammad sent to the kings?
It doesn't matter which ones. Did Muhammad ever send any messenger? The Quran mentioned that Muhammad sent messengers, and the Quran claimed that those are messengers of God.
No. What we have in the Sirah, it says that Muhammad sent messengers carrying message to him.
Okay, let me ask you again.
To the king.
Let me ask you again.
Do
those people? Okay. I will go with you. So if I send a messenger to the king, can this messenger make miracles?
No.
Okay,
he's
so how
a normal person.
Okay, so how come your scholar's interpretation says that they did miracles?
Where did they get their information from? From the Quran, from Hadith?
From the interpretation.
No, when his scholar he says something like that. From where did he?
Ask him. I ask you the same question. You see how stupid you are. I just asked you 5 minutes ago about Ibn Taymiyyah. Where he got this from? You have no answer. Now you want to know where it's coming from. I mean, how stupid you are and how double standard you are. How come when Ibn Taymiyyah he says that those are a spirit, they are not a human being physically, you did not ask him where it's coming from. Now you are asking me where the scholars they said that. Ask them. They are stupid like you. They are your scholars, not mine. You go and ask them.
On the earth.
You ask them. You ask them. You ask them. You ask the scholars. Those are your scholars. You said to me. You said to me. You said to me, Abdul, shut up. You said to me, those are just messengers to kings. This is not what the Quran is confirming. Those are messengers of God. And that God is must be Jesus, because you confirm that they are sent by Jesus. Everybody heard you. And your scholars confirm that those messengers did all the miracles which they asked them for. As an example, they can make the blind see. They can heal the leper. They can have, they brought to them a kid. He don't have, he's a blind. So then the apostle of Jesus, he put his hand over it, and then he starts seeing. This is your scholar saying that, not me. Now the answer is yours. You said those are the messengers of Jesus. Who gave them the power of miracles? You, Mike.
He was reading probably from the book of Acts.
So your scholar is a liar. He is copying from the book of Acts.
Because I don't see that in the Quran.
Guys, did you hear it? The Muslim scholars are a bunch of liars, and they are copying the Christian Bible to explain the Quran, because the Quran cannot be explained because it's full of stupidity. So what they have to do, they have to go to the book of the Christians, copy stories from there, and believe in it and explain it to the Muslims. Is that what you are saying?
That's what the scholars. I mean, which one who said that? If he's saying that,
what's wrong with you?
If he's saying that,
what's wrong with you?
He is from the gospel.
What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong?
We don't have that in the Quran.
What's
wrong? We don't have that in Hadith.
What's wrong with you? We don't have that in the Hadith. So you have in the Hadith that Moses was a spirit in the heaven.
This one you're talking about something in the barzakh.
Just get lost. Just get lost. I give you time, but you are a kid. You see, guys, how stupid they are. He confirmed that those are two messengers of Jesus. Everybody, all of you heard it. His scholars confirm that they did miracles. They made the blind see. They made the leper healed. They made many miracles. Actually, the stories, like if I count for you how many stories how many miracles they did, it's amazing. And it says even they brought to them like hundreds, even thousands of ill people. They have all kind of illness which nobody can heal, and then they were able to heal them, asking the king to convert and to believe. But to believe in who? Those are the messengers of Jesus. So if Jesus, he sent messengers, and those messengers, they can make miracles, and this idiot, he just agreed that his scholars, they are copying the Bible to explain the Quran. But remember, Muhammad, he said, there's no prophets between me and Isa, but those are three prophets. They prophesy in the name of Isa. They made miracles in the name of Isa. And they warn people about to believe before it's too late. If we go to the book of Al-Qurtubi, Let us see. You see, when they are in trouble, they start making poo-poo. He called me in purpose. I mean, he called me to answer me, supposedly, you know. Like, I mean, he is sure. Are you sure? All right. If we go to the Arabic, you see in English, they don't really, it doesn't say much here. You know, in the English translation, the translation eat most of the interpretation of the verses, you know. But here you will see, even in the English version, it says clearly that those are apostle. Guys, do you see the word apostle? Do you see the word apostle? The apostle Simon and Thomas. And then here it says, this is the book of Ibn Abbas. The third one was Simon Peter. In the book of Ibn Kathir, it is Paulos, which means Paul. However, if you go into the Arabic, we will get a lot more details. As an example, let us go here, Al-Qurtubi, just as an example. You see Al-Qurtubi here, how he say clearly that those people, they are the messengers of Isa, and they were able to do amazing miracles. You know, فقالا نحن نشفي المرضى وكان له ابن مجنون وقيل مريض على الفراش فمسحاه فقام بإذن الله صحيحا فآمن الرجل بالله, etc. So those people, they came and they started doing miracles, and they brought to them, it says, and then the news spread about the miracles they do, you know, and they were able to heal a lot of sick people, a lot, like almost the city. So the king, he sent for them, and he was a person who worshiped idols. So he sent to see what's wrong with, who are they, those people. So then they said to him, we are the messengers of Isa. You see, they didn't say we are the messenger of Allah. And then he said to them, what is your sign? Which means the proof that you are, you know, coming from God. They said, we can heal, you know, the blind, the lepers, the sick, the ill, and we ask you to worship the one God. Then the king, he asked them to beat them, and then the king did jail them, and he slashed them like 100 times, blah 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 blah. Okay, then Isa, he heard the news, so he sent the third messenger to support them, and that was supposedly, according to Al-Qurtubi, that is Shamun, which means Simon. So it says clearly that those people, they are messengers of Jesus, and they did miracles which Muhammad cannot do. They made the blind see, they healed all kind of illness, diseases, and this is written and documented in Islamic books. And we heard Nightmare saying, oh, maybe he is copying the Bible. He's a scholar, is copying the Bible. The question, why the scholar will copy the Bible, and why you Muslims accept that copy? Why you Muslims don't say to him, you are no Muslim no more? Huh? Here they mention a story. Look at this. They said we can heal the blind and the leper, etc. So they brought to them a boy or a young person. He have no eyes. He have no eyes at all, you know. موضع عينيه كالجبهة, which means the location of his eyes is nothing. There's no holes. There's no eyes at all. It's like just flesh. So then they ask their Lord, they pray to their Lord, and then the location of the vision split. which means the flesh, the skin split, and then they took two, like a grab of mud, and they put it over his face, and then it became eyes to see with them. This is written in front of your eyes, written by the Muslims. But why it is there? And how Muhammad, he claimed there's no people before him, between him and between Isa? And why Muhammad cannot do any of this? Those are messengers of Isa, they can do this. And that is Muhammad, the perfect messenger of God, who have a big penis. Nobody have a penis like his, as according to Muslims. He can do like a million women in 5 seconds, like a rabbit. This is why he is so good. He cannot do any miracle. But those are messengers of Isa. The nightmare, he said, they are messengers they send to kings, you know. Messengers they send to king, they have the power of miracles. The Prophet of Islam himself, he cannot do any what those people did. Actually, here you see that the king said to them, here there is a boy or a young boy who died 7 days ago. 7 days ago. And I did not bury him, waiting for you to come. Sorry, waiting for his father to come. So he said to them, can your Lord make him come back from death? Can you? And then they ask supposedly Allah loud and clear, and Shamun or Simon, he prayed in his heart, and then the dead person came back to life. Amazing. So the Muslim books witnessing that the apostles of Jesus, they did amazing miracles, and that, or those miracles, was not limited to one kind of miracles, even to death, resurrection from death. And those are, as we heard from Nightmare, who is a Moroccan Muslim, that those are the messengers of Jesus. The question is, how the messenger of Jesus can do what Allah, the God of Islam, cannot do? Why Muhammad, he was not given one of those miracles all his life? According to Muslims, Muhammad himself, his son died and he was crying. Why he did not bring at least his son back to life? Not a single miracle. But yet a person was sent by Jesus, and the story here confirm 3 names, and the names, they can be like very different between the scholars. Some they say it was Paulos, which means Paul. Some they say it was John, blah blah blah. And everyone has his own story. However, all of them, they agree that those are the messengers of the Messiah, the Christ, and they did a lot of amazing miracles, and including resurrecting people from death. How that can happen? How a messenger of Jesus, is he's just a messenger himself. Let us say that the Muslim, when they say Jesus is a messenger, let us say okay, he's a messenger for the sake of argument. And now Jesus sent me as a messenger to him, like to go to the city to speak to them. So how I can do miracles, how I can resurrect the dead? I'm just a messenger. Guys, is my voice good? Is my voice fine? Somebody saying it's not. Let me know if my voice is not good. Maybe from your side, maybe your internet is slow. Yeah. Anyway, as you see, Quran is a collection and Islam is a collection of stupidity, contradiction, and even those who they call them scholars, they are just guessing. We asked Nightmare where they get from. Like now the story here about the resurrecting of people and the miracles. He said maybe they copied from the Bible, but yet those are his scholars. When we ask him where Ibn Taymiyyah he got the story that Moses was not resurrected physically, it was his spirit, he didn't know. Didn't know. That is what Islam is about. Is a collection of Allah knows best. And the second you start asking questions, you get dizzy. And every Muslim cleric will give you different answer because nobody knows. It's just stupid. And then look what here. It says that when those three messengers of Jesus they resurrected this dead man. Look what he said, guys. Listen carefully. They resurrected this young man. He said, I died for 7 days and I found a pagan and I went or I entered upon 7 valleys made from fire, and I warn you from what you have, so believe in Allah. Then the doors of heavens open, and I saw a very handsome person, and he was interceding for those three, and he named Simon, Peter, and his 2 other apostles. And then says, until I was resurrected by Allah, and I witness. Look, the guy is saying Shahada now. I witness that there is no God but Allah, and Isa is the spirit of Allah and his word. What? Do you see the Shahada, guys? The Shahada of Isa is not the same as the Shahada of Muhammad. He witnessed that there is no God but Allah, and Isa is the spirit of Allah and he is his word. What is that? Why he did not say Isa is the messenger of Allah? Why he didn't say Isa is the prophet of Allah? No, he said, I witness that there is no God but Allah, and that Isa is the spirit of God, and he is the word of God. Do you see it, Muslims? It's right in the front of you in the screen. And then Shamun, or Simon Peter, he said to them, and he informed them that he is the messenger of the Messiah, the Messiah to them. And then the king, he was touched by what he heard and he believed. And look here, if the Muslims, they make fun of you for saying that the Christians, they have something in their Bible saying that the apostles of Jesus, they speak languages, the tongues, that is exist in their books too. Look here what it says. And it's mentioned that Isa, when he ordered them, which means his apostle, to go to that town, which is supposedly in Turkey, they said, O Prophet of Allah, we do not know how to speak their language, their tongue and their languages. So he, Isa, he invoked Allah. So when they slept in their places, and when they wake up from their sleep, hold on, don't call me now, please. Let me finish this topic. And when they woke up from their sleep, they were carried by the angels, and they were thrown or landed in the city of Antakya or Antioch. And then each one of them, he spoke by the language of the people. This is in the Muslim books. Do you see it? When they say to you that the story of speaking tongues is funny, well, they believe in it. They believe in it. It is just right away in the front of us. No, this is the book of Al-Qurtubi. I can send you the link if you want. You know, and all the stories are there. Let me post the link so you guys. Oh, the link is very long. Maybe I can post it in the review. Let me see if it's going to go through. Sometime Google don't allow that. Is the link showing? Do you see any link in the text? Is it coming to you? Anyway, it's in Arabic, so I don't know like how many of you speak Arabic. All right. So this is Al-Qurtubi. This is a Jami' li Ahkam al-Quran, Al-Qurtubi, and this is the official Islamic website of the Kingdom of Jordan, owned by the King of Jordan. All right. Everything we did just read for you, and actually in Ibn Kathir it says that the apostle, the third apostle, which means he is the most powerful one, is Paul, which means in Arabic, you know, the Muslim they call him Bulos, with the letter Sad. So some scholars they say the third messenger was Paul, and this is why actually when we ask the Muslims, where are you Muslims, why you keep attacking Paul? Where do you get this from? This is something new. Where Paul was named by name in Islamic scholars' books as a messenger of God. So why today the Muslims they call Paul names? Because simply they are copy paste. They heard some new self-acclaimed scholars that they said that Paul is the one who created the Christianity. So everybody start calling Paul names. Paul became the enemy of Islam. But as you see, if we go to their books, Paul was a great man. It comes with error. Okay. Well, let me post. I will post that in the info, just temporarily. All right. Let me post that in the info for the video. Okay. I will save it. Here we go. So now if you click at the info for the video, you should be able to see it. All right. It is there in the info if you click at the link. Do we have any Muslim would like to call us? Any Muslim? Any brave Muslim? Okay, the one was trying to call me. Go ahead, please, and call. We finished this. Go ahead and call me. But as you see, the messengers of Jesus, they can do what nobody can do. Yes, Nightmare. What do you want to say?
Okay, you say Paul. Paul never met Jesus. They are wrong. If any scholar who say that it was the third messenger was a Paul, he was totally wrong because Paul never met Jesus. He never worked for Jesus. You see, the scholars, they are just sometimes they are.
So I want you to say right now, Ibn Kathir is a stupid liar.
That's not stupid lie. He
So
was
what he
wrong.
is? So what he is? So what he
And
is?
you are stupid.
You just okay? Isn't it stupid? Okay, hold on. Isn't it stupid that you know that Paul never met Jesus, but Ibn Kathir do not know you, Mike?
Yeah, it's stupid. He doesn't know this fact.
Okay, so how come he is a scholar? How come he is a scholar then? How a scholar he do not know a fact, and little you and the little you and the little you know, but he do not know. He is called a scholar, not you. But you notice now, you just notice that Paul never met Jesus. So how come Ibn Kathir did not notice that?
He's not scholar of Christianity. He was scholar of the Quran.
But this is not about Christianity. This is about the Quran.
No. The Quran doesn't mention Paul.
He is the one saying Paul. Ibn Kathir.
But he is the one. He said Paul. He was wrong.
Okay, let me ask you a question. You just said that here the stories maybe they are copying from the Bible. So maybe Ibn Kathir is copying from the Bible too.
We don't know from where he got the idea.
So what do you think? Where is Paul is coming from? Where is the word? Okay, what is the word Paul? Hold on. No, don't tell me I do not know. You are a liar. Where is Paul name is mentioned other than Christianity? Oh, Mike.
I don't understand you. What Paul is mentioned?
So where Ibn Kathir he got the name Paul from? If not from Christianity, you are saying I do not know. Where he got the name Paul from, if not from the Bible?
I don't know from where.
Then shut up. Shut up. So what you are saying to me, we have a bunch of scholars. You call them scholars, but they are a bunch of idiots. The story here in front of you, you said they are copying from the Bible. The story of Ibn Kathir, obviously he is copying from the Bible. But yet you call all of them they are a scholar. Now let me ask you. According to the Christians, Jesus and Paul they met because the Messiah he appeared to Paul. Question: why Ibn Kathir is naming Paul as one of the messengers sent by Allah if he never met Jesus? As you said, the mic is yours.
Your voice got cut. I don't know.
I will repeat again. As long Jesus never met Paul, right?
No, he was never disciple.
Okay, no, hold on.
He was not disciple.
All right. So how Paul and Simon and John they became three together, but they never met Jesus according to Ibn Kathir?
According to Ibn Kathir, he said Paul worked for Jesus. You get it wrong. I say he was wrong.
How many of your scholars get it wrong?
What you just mentioned to me, Ibn Kathir, he say
no.
Paul.
Okay, I'm asking you now. I'm asking you. Okay, which one of your scholars he got it right?
About Paul?
No, about this verse. Which one of the scholars he got it right?
I don't understand your question.
Which one of the scholars? Listen, you understand very well. I'm asking you. Which one of the scholars? Which one of these scholars you have from all the thousands and thousands of scholars? He got this verse correctly. Do you have one?
No, I read several of them, you know.
Which one is the correct one? Stop playing games. Give us the correct one. Which one is the correct one?
In what?
The correct answer about who are those three messengers. What are you talking about? What do you mean what?
Their names You're talking about then what's the
Which
name?
one is giving the correct answer about those three messengers? Who are they? Which one?
There is no way for me to know which
Then
one.
shut up and don't call me, you idiot. So you are saying to me loud and clear, have no answer for a very simple thing. So what the point of saying that we send the three messengers and they are the messengers of Jesus, as you said, but yet it doesn't say they're Jesus, but you said Jesus. And when we ask you, where do you get this from? You said the interpretation says that. Then you don't ask me, or you don't tell me why they come to the conclusion that this is Jesus. It's accepted by you suddenly. Then we ask you, which interpretation is the one you accept? You have no answer, because every one of them have different story. Because Islam is a stories of stories of stories, and nobody knows what he is talking about. For all of you are a bunch of liars, fabricated stories, collected stories, and you claim to be scholars. This is why when I ask you which scholar you accept, you do not know what to say, because you might choose a name and you get busted again. So it doesn't matter where you go, I'm going to get you busted. For this is an Islamic religion, is nothing but a collection of fairy tale stories, copy of copy of copy, copy of the copy of the copy of the copy, and you can imagine after all the copies how much stupidity we have.
His truth remains. Christ set you free. Chains are broken, hearts redeemed in His mercy. We are made whole. Christ set you free. New beginnings now we see. Living waters overflow our soul. With every breath we glorify His name. He lifts the broken, heals the lame. The cross has conquered fear and shame. We stand forgiven, free from blame. No higher love, no greater King. In Christ alone, new life begins. Christ set you free. Chains are broken, hearts redeemed in His mercy. We are made whole. Christ set you free. New beginnings now we see. Living water overflow our soul. No more sorrow, no more shame. We are covered by His name. Grace unlimited.